Go eat your food. You're fine. Anybody want a cat? You're fine. I promise. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Good morning, everybody, and welcome. Today is Wednesday. It's June 9th, 2021. My name is Jeremy. This is my first cup of coffee. Well, I hope you had a good Tuesday. I am now officially 42 years old. Woo! I guess that's worth celebrating. I didn't die in the last year. My birthday is actually really late. My birth time is really late in the day. Actually, like 11:28, something like that, p.m. So I've only been 42 for 7 hours. And most of it I was sleeping. Did wake up to a thunderstorm. Actually, some rough thunderstorms, pretty loud. The same thunderstorms that I thought were coming earlier that kept me from hiking yesterday. But I'm glad I didn't, because it was humid and it was buggy, and I ended up having a pretty good day. So I'll tell you what I did. Of course, I had the show, and then I went and I started replying to all the birthday wishes. And I've got a bunch from later in the day that I have to go back through and say thank you to people, because here's my thing, and I'm not saying that if you don't do it this way, you're wrong. I feel if somebody's going to take the time to wish me a happy birthday, I'm going to take the time to reply to them. It feels like the right thing to do. Doesn't mean it has to be anything elaborate, but I am unwilling to make the collective post, thank you everyone for wishing me a happy birthday. Because think about it this way. If you met a number of people on the street that knew it was your birthday and they each came up to you and said happy birthday, you would shake their hand and say thank you. Or if somebody called you on the phone to wish you a happy birthday, you would pick up the phone and you would talk to them for a bit. You're not going to just take all the voicemails and then change your voicemail greeting to say thank you everyone who left me a voicemail. Not that anybody leaves voicemails anymore. But you know what I'm saying? So I got to do that. But after that, when did I leave the house? Made breakfast, left the house probably 11:30. I'm having a few people over on Saturday, and so there's some things that I wanted to grab, and so I just started driving around. Grabbed a few things, bought some tomatoes, came back, planted those, checked on the gardens, watched some TV, made some lunch. I made like a nice lunch. I don't usually do that for myself. Actually, I didn't have any meals out yesterday. The plan was to have dinner out. It didn't happen because the place I wanted to have dinner out was doing takeout yesterday for some reason, which was silly. Stopped and had a beer. I haven't had any alcohol in a month. Had a beer at a place a friend works. Drove to Burlington, drove around, listened to music, listened to podcasts. It was a nice day. It wasn't anything fancy. And I think that's kind of what I wanted. I just wanted to be able to chill. The highlight of the day, I think the highlight was unexpectedly bumping into a martial arts friend. Somebody that I haven't seen in at least 18 months, maybe 2 years. And we had a conversation. We had a longer conversation than I would have expected given the setting. And I'm going to be careful of my words. But we were talking about how logistically the Taekwondo place that I go isn't convenient for me. I love the instructor. I really do. But I don't go there for anything else. I'm not there. There's no time where I'm like, oh, I'm in Randolph. I'll stay for class. Like, it doesn't happen. I've tried to plan things that would result in that, but nothing's open late enough. I can't even sit and work anywhere and then stick around for class. Like, it's not an option. And this has been a struggle for years to try to make that work. So we started talking, believe me, there's a point to this story. And so we started talking about other options, other people. This person knows plenty of people in the martial arts in the state. And we started talking about other people and why. I was looking at, do I train with this person or this person? And he was offering some advice, and we got onto the subject of one particular person. And I'm gonna choose my words very carefully here. Why not so and so? I said, well, to be honest, while I do respect their skill and their rank, I don't respect them as a person anymore. Oh, why? And I said, well, you remember what happened with so and so? Yeah. Well, that changed some things for me in the way that they acted. I'm at the point now, I'm not going to just train with anybody. I've done that. I know how to punch and kick. At this point, if I'm choosing a martial arts school, it's not just because there's something I want to learn. It's because there are people I want to spend time with. And that really cuts down on the options. Unfortunately, not everybody is someone I want to spend time with. Not every martial artist is someone who philosophically jives with what I believe strongly enough that I want to spend time with them. Whether or not you are someone who hosts an internet show or you're Joe Blow off the street, if you train at a school, there is an inherent endorsement in that person. If I go to a school, if I part with my time, energy, and money to train somewhere, I am saying the school is worthy of my time, energy, and money. What if it's not? I shouldn't be there. If I wouldn't recommend people to train there, if I wouldn't blindly recommend people to train there, if I don't believe in that instructor so strongly, after all the things that I've said, I'd be a hypocrite. And what that means right now is that I'm not training. So maybe in the fall. I don't know. I'm really torn. It's really becoming problematic for me. I know what I want, and it doesn't exist around here. I want like a traditional Okinawan. I want shitaru. I want goju. That's what I want to spend some time with. And I know plenty of people who train in these styles, and they could mentor me. They live far away. And the thing that I need more than anything else is the structure of a class. I train on my own. I was kicking things before I even made coffee. It's just what I do. I kick. I put my foot on things. But I need some guidance. What's going on today? Today is the 9th. Today would have been my paternal grandmother's birthday. There's this really interesting thing on both sides of my family. Everyone's born between like mid-May and July. It's like a 10, 12 week span where everybody was born. It's kind of crazy. And in fact, in June, I think we had a line from like June 2nd to June 12th where it was every day. I think some of those people have passed on. But I was the 4th. I think I was the 4th. I'm the 8th. One of my cousins, I think, was the 7th. My grandmother was today. I think somebody else is tomorrow. Yeah, it's funny. I don't know why. Excuse me, I don't know how that happens, but it happened. So today, I got to do the books. I got one client meeting. I took a look at what was going on. I'm going to make all those birthday thank yous. And then after that, I don't know what I'm going to do yet. It's like birthday part 2. Because tomorrow and Friday, I'm helping family move. So, yeah. It'll probably dry off Looks like it's gonna dry off. I'll do some work outside. Maybe I'll go for a hike today. We'll see. We'll see what the weather looks like. I would like to go for a hike. Oh, sun's coming out. Well, I feel like I'm rambling, so let's see what you all gave me to talk about. Oh, and I had scotch for the first time in a while. Here, I'll show you what I got. I'm not aware of anyone else. I'm not aware of any of you on the show being big into whiskey, but this is Aberlour. It's a 12-year Speyside. Oak and sherry casks. I would have preferred like a double sherry flavor on that. It was. I haven't had this bottle before. It was on sale for $50. I figured, a $50 gift to myself on my birthday. I'll take that. Now that that's the only gift I bought myself, I've been a little crazy this year, but it was good. A good way to celebrate my birthday. Where are we? I thought I saw stuff come through from Frank. Let me see. Yep. Okay. So thank you to Frank for leaving stuff to talk about. Another person we will look at for Pride Month is Oscar Wilde. If you cannot write well, you cannot think well. If you cannot think well, others will do your thinking for you. If you can't write well, when you have an infinite amount of time, there are people who say, I can't write well. Well, then you can't speak well. You can take far more time to write things than you can to speak them. When I've heard people say that they can't write well, it means they're impatient. They're not willing to put in the time. There are two different schools of thought on writing. A lot of traditional academics think your writing should have a particular style that is not quite your own spoken voice. I strongly disagree. If you know anything about my writing, you know I write the way I speak. I always have. It's something I have had problems with teachers. Well, not currently, but back when I was in school. They didn't like the way I wrote. No, it was fine. I didn't mind. I think I've shared this on the show. One of the best moments for me was getting just smashed by my English teachers time and time again. Not liking my writing, not liking my writing style, not liking that I wrote the way I spoke, and then taking the SAT 2s, which some of the schools I was applying to insisted on. And one of the ones I had to take was writing, and getting the second highest grade in the school. Crushing it. Oh well. The college boards thought my writing was good. A pessimist is somebody who complains about the noise when opportunity knocks. This is something more and more people are this is something I'm becoming more aware of people missing out. Here's a great example. Here's the most current example. It has nothing to do with martial arts. You have probably seen news stories about a group of internet stock investors pushing up, artificially inflating the price of certain stocks. Right? You've probably seen this. Now, there are two ways to look at this. You got people who are complaining, and then you've got other people like myself saying, maybe I should learn more about this so I can get in on it. And that's what I'm doing right now. I've put a couple $100 into trying this out, learning about it. What's the worst thing that happens? I'll lose a couple $100. I'll pay for that education. My attempt at learning about crypto paid off pretty well. I'm certainly not rich because I didn't put in that much money, you know. But when you put in $5 or $10 on something and you get back a couple hundred, that's a pretty good deal. I wish I could do that again. Oh, if I could go back. Before I move on, opportunities abound. There are always opportunities. And much in the same way that people say they can't, they don't have time, people refuse to see them, or they're not willing to take risks, or they genuinely don't see them. They don't see the world as opportunities. The world is full of opportunity, more than you will ever be able to capitalize on. And if you learn to see them, things get pretty exciting. The best way to enjoy your job is to imagine yourself without one. Ooh, I like that. How many people complain about their job but would be in pretty bad shape without it? A lot. There are things about the work that I do that I don't enjoy. Both the consulting work and things for whistlekick. There are aspects to whistlekick I don't enjoy. I'm not a big fan of managing people. Hopefully the team doesn't know that because I do my best. But part of what I do is making sure that people know what they're supposed to do and they do it in the timeline that they're supposed to do it and they do it well. Can't help it. Can't get away from it. But I find when I get better at something, when I have some skill at something, even the things I dislike, I enjoy more. Yeah. Can you hear that bird? Can't tell what it is. Two more. Selfishness is not living your life as you wish to live it. Selfishness is wanting others to live their lives as you wish them to. We have completely missed the mark on what selfish and arrogant, conceited, all of that stuff is. I am not someone who is going to tell anyone else how to live. You do what works for you. If it makes you happy and it's not, you're not overstepping the bound in how you treat other people and doing so, by all means, do it up. But we live in this society where we are so pressured to not be selfish or egotistical, as much as that doesn't work out, that we don't even talk about our own achievements. In fact, you get one side, one extreme or the other. You have people who are incredibly arrogant, constantly talking about the things that they do. And interestingly enough, those people tend to develop a following. Because on some level, we appreciate that. And then you've got other people who don't talk about what they do, what they achieve. I'm closer to that side. I have conversations with people where, and you know what? It's usually about martial arts radio. And they'll ask, oh, you have a podcast. And I've gotten better at this because I've had friends correct me in front of strangers. Yeah, I have a show. He has a big show. I'm sorry, there's no immodest way to say this. We have the top traditional martial arts podcast on the web. Okay. Now, and most people go, oh, that's cool. I haven't had anybody push back on me and go, ugh, why are you bragging? Right? Like, I don't do that. But however you want to look at it, like that's a fact. And I'm trying to get better at embracing that, at owning that. There are some things that we do that are really awesome. Oh, speaking of really awesome, update on the magazine. So Justin and I sat down yesterday for an hour. We went through a couple more revisions on the magazine. We finalized the mailing list. There were some people who submitted duplicates, and that left a couple spots. And there were a couple people that I knew that weren't on the list, so I put them on the list. So some of you will be getting a copy. But the plan, we have a meeting tomorrow morning, and the expectation is that we are going to submit it tomorrow. Yay! First issue of Marshall Journal print. And there's already a new advertiser for issue 2. Somebody already popped up that reached out to Justin and said, hey, I want to advertise. I'm super excited. All right. Our last quote before I do that. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. New episode coming tomorrow. You know all the other stuff. Leave me something to talk about. Here's what I want you to leave me to talk about tomorrow. I want you to tell me about tell me a story about your birthday. Something quick, something I can read publicly. I would love to read those. And our final quote, it's beauty that captures your attention, personality, which captures your heart. Those are great quotes. When I think of Oscar Wilde, I can't help but think of Olivia Wilde, the actress, who is stunningly beautiful, but also a pretty talented actress, like really talented. I enjoy her. People who don't know her by name often recognize her as 13 from House, if you ever watched the show House. All right. I'm going to go. Thank you, everyone. I hope you have a great day. I hope you had a great day yesterday. I hope you have a great day tomorrow. I hope everything is great. Everything is awesome. I'm not going to sing the song. I will see you back here tomorrow because we do this show every weekday, 6:30 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time here on YouTube. Catch you later in audio form. Leave me stuff to talk about. Support us in any way that feels right for you. Patreon, whistlekick.com. Tell people about what's going on with us. You name it, I'll take it. Thank you so much, everyone. I'll see you. Peace.